We're Brandon and Alyssa. We saved up $30,000 so that we could travel for a year. We're gonna show you what two broke people eat in New York City. So if you're in New York and you're on a budget, you're gonna wanna grab a bagel. Even if you're not on a budget, you're still gonna wanna grab a bagel.
Liberty Bagels are our absolute favorite bagel place in New York City. There is usually a line, but it's definitely worth the wait. When you go inside, you walk all the way to the cashier, order from him first, and then you'll pick up your bagel towards the door. Also, we are here at 10 o'clock, which is kind of late for the bagel world. So if you have a specific kind of bagel that you want, make sure you get here early. Favorite kind of bagel is an everything bagel with jalapeno cream cheese, add bacon and avocado. But here, because they mix so many cool ingredients into their cream cheese, a bacon and scallion cream cheese on an everything bagel, add avocado. So the only extra we're paying for is the avocado.
It's a tiny place, so it has to have a system. So don't be intimidated when they shout at you, because they will.
Make space for everyone, please. Left to right.
There is a system. Make sure to follow it. They're very strict.
Come in. Do not lock the door.
Total came out to $6.50, which can seem a bit expensive for a bagel. I did tip her $1, but we did add avocado and it's totally worth it. You're also in a tourist area, so that extra upcharge makes total sense. It's so heavy.
Look at how big it is. Put it next to your head. Look at this monster. It's been too long, my good friend. Oh my word.
It's so pretty. It's the prettiest thing I've ever seen.
They were out of everything bagels, so we got garlic instead. Let's go. I don't think I've ever had like just a garlic bagel, but it's intensely flavorful. The bacon bits are amazing. You can tell they make the cream cheese in-house. They put the most cream cheese on their bagels, which is part of the reason that we like them. But the quality of the bagel, it's crispy on that outside. It's so chewy. It just pulls away. This is untoasted. I would say that this is a 100% must eat in New York City.
I don't know if this is gross or what, but this is my favorite part when it squeezes out of the bagel.
New York is a judgment-free zone.
The bacon is so good.
Look at this beauty. I am obsessed.
Time and time again, it holds up. I am so sad it's over.
All good things must come to an end.
Last bite.
This is like a bite of New York City to me.
10 out of 10.
Right outside of our hotel is a spot called Cafe Venice. We're gonna hit it up and see how their bacon, egg, and cheese is.
We do a bacon, egg, and cheese on poppy seed, add mayo.
So when we're in New York getting a bacon, egg, and cheese, we typically get it on a roll, but we've missed bagels so much that we got it on a poppy seed bagel this time. A bacon, egg, and cheese doesn't come with any sauce. We always like to add mayo and hot sauce to ours. This time we just added mayonnaise. They use the most amazing, melty, gooey cheddar cheese. Sometimes you'll get turkey bacon because a lot of the places are halal. This spot wasn't, so we got traditional pork bacon, and they cook the eggs fresh, which is what makes a New York bacon, egg, and cheese so phenomenal.
Honestly, the bacon, egg, and cheese alone by itself is so amazing. But one of my favorite things is that you can add anything that you see in that case. If you want jalapenos, add jalapenos. If you want spinach, add spinach. If you want onions, add onions. It's amazing. So we're headed to Tokyo in 10 days, and Brandon said I'm not allowed to eat any Japanese food, but this place is one of my favorite all-time grocery stores in New York. It's called Katagiri Japanese Grocer, and they have cheap Japanese takeaway food, and it's right outside Grand Central Station.
This is actually what I think is one of New York City's best kept secrets, and it's a perfect way to get really high quality food for a really cheap price. We decided on spicy tuna onigiri. We got some spicy chicken karaage as well, and the people in there are always so nice. They're working so hard to make all those onigiri by hand.
If you've never had an onigiri before, it's just a rice ball with seaweed and then stuffed with something delicious. Usually there's only 1 or 2 ingredients. This is spicy tuna. It's more like canned tuna mixed with mayo and spicy sauce, so it's a little bit different than like the chopped spicy tuna that you might be used to. The rice is so good. It's that sushi rice with like the rice wine vinegar mixed in and a little bit of sweet. It's so good.
We also got the best table in the entire place. I love New York so much.
Let's try this karaage.
From Alyssa's favorite to my favorite. We got karaage, which is basically thigh meat, the oyster of the chicken that they batter in like a cornstarch flour and deep fry really well. We decided to get the spicy variety, which I've never had spicy karaage, and I know we're going to Japan and we'll probably be eating a lot of this, but I'm so excited to try it. I had to glove up for this last round. It's getting so cold out now. Look at how amazing
it is.
We've added that chili oil.
It looks like Nashville chicken.
This is, yeah, it looks like that mixed with Korean fried chicken. This is like, I want you to take my photo. I want to remember this moment the rest of my life.
This karaage is so good. I'm so bummed that I've never tried it before. You need to come out of your way to come to this place. It's so amazing. And the people are so great.
New York City must do. I'm standing right in front of not La Posada Mexican Eatery, but 7th Street Burger, which is supposedly one of the best smash burgers in all of New York.
They only serve 3 things: the cheeseburger, the Impossible Burger, and French fries.
It's a really inconspicuous spot. It's really tiny. They just have one small marquee, and you just get a burger, and there's one small place on the outside to eat it. This bad boy was $10. We added extra pickles and got a side of ghost pepper sauce.
Look how thin it is. Super smash. Super cheesy, super crunchy meat. That sauce is delicious, and the dill pickles are so good. There's more pickles on top.
Nice.
The pickles are really good. I love this bun too. Grilled onions. Yeah, surprise every bite.
This thing is worth the hype. It's an absolute perfect smash burger. You get that crispy bits on the smashed patty, but it's still really juicy, which is really unique. They put a lot of sauce on there. The pickles are a game changer. I would recommend doing extra pickles. This is a fantastic burger. One drunken night on Alyssa and I's first trip. This table is where magic happened. Dreams were made. Let's see if the pizza holds up.
I remember when we came here last time, they have the craziest combinations, and today they have a chicken Caesar pizza, which I was so tempted to try, but we just ate a burger, karaage. I'm so full.
I love in New York how you can like customize your slice. They always have like oregano, granulated garlic, pepper, black pepper. We just add everything. I have this theory that New York pizza is better by the slice because they cook it and it sits out to dry out a little, and they throw it back in those super hot ovens, and it like crisps everything up and makes everything like way more delicious.
See if it's as good as I remember.
Yeah.
It's like penne vodka pizza with ricotta. Fire.
Wait, so by now you've had a lot of New York pizza. Is this legit?
Yeah.
So we weren't just, it was just our first time. It's legit.
We weren't just 22 and dumb.
8 years, maybe 10 years since I've had this exact slice in this exact location. I could not be more ecstatic that we finally found where this place was. La Vera. What's $5? It's kind of pricey, but you get a pasta with it.
2 meals in one. Pizza with a side of pasta. We are in the stairwell of the hotel. That's why it's so red. However, it's very fitting because today is the start of Lunar New Year, and we are headed to Chinatown in New York.
The first dragon of the Lunar New Year.
Oh, that's so fun.
This is so much freaking fun. Everyone's lighting off firecrackers. The kids all have like little poppers and sparklers that they're waving around. And it's like rainbows. Every time someone pops, everyone cheers.
I'm loving this.
So good.
And when you least expect it, a freaking dragon rolls by.
So the first of the few spots of Chinatown cheap eats that we were gonna hit is closed.
We didn't factor in that Chinatown probably wants to celebrate Chinese New Year. So a lot of the restaurants are closed.
Since Wafeng was closed today, we're going to Great New York Noodletown for some amazing Chinese barbecue. This place is poppin'. A 3-item combo for less than $10. You get 2 different types of pork and duck.
Okay, so maybe Lunar New Year isn't the best place to stop at the first restaurant outside the freaking parade.
Whew, that was intense.
But we've secured the goods, and it was $9.75.
So heavy. And we got like our 3 favorite types of Chinese barbecue. Alyssa has found the perfect spot to enjoy our barbecue.
We were originally going to get the 2-item combo, but when we got inside, we saw the 3-item was only $9.75, so why not add another pork to it? And they gave us hot sauce. So we have crispy pork, barbecue pork, and roast duck. One was called roast pig and one was called roast pork, and we don't really know the difference, but they both look amazing. The duck is on some cooked cabbage, and they're all doused in some delicious smelling sauce and so much rice. This bowl is freaking heavy. Brandon loves the duck. It's cooked perfectly. The barbecue pork is the sweetest flavor, and I love the crispy pork with that crackling skin. This is such a good deal.
I don't know how to explain it, but that pork is like a pork extract. It's so porky. This is freaking incredible. Phenomenal flavor, perfect for the Lunar New Year. Every single person is walking around with the biggest smiles on their face. Every single time one of those things goes off, it pops and everyone cheers. It's so good.
Thank you to Kelly, a subscriber, and her husband for watching all of our videos and for your generous donation. We got some party poppers so we could join in on the fun.
1, 2, 3.
That was way cool. Definitely worth the money. Make sure you get a popper.
This is Mei Wah. They have amazing pork buns.
We've been waiting in line like 20 minutes now. It's almost our turn to order. Chaos. Wild in there. I couldn't film anything. It was so crowded. So there's 2 kiosks and there is a cash discount if you do have cash, but it was so busy it just looked easier to use the kiosk. And then they text you, your order will be ready in 15 minutes. So we can come outside and enjoy some more poppers while we wait for our buns.
We got 1 traditional char siu pork bun, we got 1 pineapple pork bun, and we've been craving spring rolls, so we got some of those too.
This is the pineapple pork bun, which is what they're famous for. It smells delicious. It smells sweet. The pork looks amazing inside the restaurant, so I cannot wait to try this.
The bun is crispy. And the outside crispy bit, it's so flavorful and so good. The inside is very savory. It's almost like a Chinese-style roasted curry. It's absolutely fantastic. The combination of sweet and savory for $1.85 if you pay on your card, this is one of the best cheap eats in all of New York City.
Up next is the non-pineapple baked pork bun. The outside is hard and crunchy, and there's like a sheen on it, which makes me think that it's gonna be a little sweet on top. I'm going in. This one's heavy too. Outside bun is a bao bun, but when they bake it, it's so different than the unbaked ones that they steam. The steamed ones are so pillowy. This one has more of like a chewy pull texture.
I think the only difference between this and that other one is that crust. It's still sweet. The filling, again, is the star with this guy.
Spring rolls are one of my favorite foods, so whenever they're under $5, we have to get them. These ones are super light. I can feel it breaking in my hand already. That means it's gonna be good.
I don't mean to be a hater, but there's like no filling in there.
No, I love it. I love when it's so much just skin. Just the wonton wrapper.
It's almost like a phyllo dough. There's so many layers to it, so that's interesting. It's just carrots and mushrooms, I think. I would like more filling. The flavor is really good though, and the roll wrapper is dope. Your girl's in heaven right now. An empty egg roll.
It's just a vessel to hold the sauce.
It is a rainy New York morning, and Alyssa is back at the hotel editing a video for y'all, so I have the important task of getting sandwiches this morning. I just found this spot on 35th and 3rd called Round the Clock Deli that I'm gonna try out. I feel like tourists don't use the bodegas enough. There's so much cheap food, and like everything in there is totally customizable. You can choose what type of bread you'd like your stuff on, your toppings, sauces, everything. We always hit these places up because there's so much value. There's a lot of good quality, and they're on like every single corner. That's amazing.
It's for hair, right?
Yeah. What's your name?
Jose.
Jose. Mucho gusto, Jose.
Mucho gusto. Nice to meet you. Okay, this is my deli. I've been here for 3 years. The address is 522 East 35th Street. This is very nice food. Hopefully you like my sandwich and come back again.
Well, I like you.
Okay.
I would come back just to see you.
Thank you. Okay, have a nice day.
Dude, that Jose dude is an absolute legend. They hand carve the meat, so they get it and they actually put it through a slicer, and I think that always makes the sandwich taste way better. I saw all the toppings after I had ordered, so I kept adding things, and he was just super accommodating, and he hooked us up. We got a bacon, egg, and cheese and a turkey club with avocado. He was like, I haven't seen you in here before, because he literally knows every single person who comes into that bodega, and that is like an experience that is quintessentially New York. There's really no other place that you can like walk into the corner deli and they know everyone's orders. That's something that like if you haven't experienced on a trip to New York that I would totally recommend doing because it's just such a vibe. We are back at the hotel finally digging into these sandwiches. This is like the cheesiest bacon, egg, and cheese I've ever seen, and there's so much egg. I think there might be a couple eggs on there. Yo, that's so good. This is for sure the cheesiest bacon, egg, and cheese. The roll is great, so soft. There's multiple eggs in this one. So for $4.50, you get multiple eggs, bacon, cheese. It's such a good deal.
Every bodega is different. This one did like a fried egg. If you don't want a fried egg, you can just ask for it scrambled. We don't really care and we like the surprise. Yesterday's was a scrambled, today is a fried. They're both delicious. Brandon got mayo on this one too, but the cheese is so cheesy. I don't even think that we needed mayo. As far as bacon, egg, and cheese goes, this is a 10. Brandon won't tell me what's inside this packaging. He says it's a surprise. It's gigantic.
Oh my God, it's so big.
Oh my God, this is like my perfect sandwich. Mayo, turkey, bacon, avocado, jalapeno, extra lettuce, extra mayo. Look at this thing.
I don't know how you're gonna eat that.
Me neither.
It might
It's
be
not
too
gonna be
much.
pretty. The jalapenos. Jose, I love you.
Whoa. The bacon is super crispy. The lettuce is so finely shredded. It is a total game changer because it just sops up all that mayo. This is a perfect sandwich. I would absolutely recommend that you guys go out of your way to hit this bodega. Tell Jose that you saw him on Here's Good Travel, and he will make you the best sandwich that you'll have in New York. Your boy's rolling solo. I'm gonna find a place that I can grab a cheap beer or something like that. That place is pretty dumb. $6 beers, $4 shots. My whole bill came to 20 bucks. I had 2 rounds of both, and it was jamming. Happy hour, like everyone got off of work, hit it up. Great local bar, definitely recommend. Search for cheap beer continues. I'm going to Rudy's Bar and Grill. It's been around for almost 100 years now, and every drink comes with a free hot dog. I love this place for obvious reasons. Rudy's is always an amazing time. Saturday night they were jamming music, but the hot dogs are actually really good. Like, don't sleep on those hot dogs. You do have to ask them to put the toppings on there. There's only ketchup or mustard, so if you want that, make sure to let them know. Basically, I just paid 15 bucks after tip for 3 drinks and 2 hot dogs.
We are on the move. Our flight tomorrow leaves from LaGuardia at 6 a.m.
You know we're not leaving New York City without getting our favorite hand-pulled noodles first.
We got the usual spicy cumin hand-ripped noodles, spicy cucumbers, and Brandon wanted to try something new today, so this is a cold dish, liang pai.
These are also hand-pulled noodles, served cold. There's cucumbers and chilies, and it's really interesting because the sauce is so spicy and there's a bunch of Szechuan in there, so your mouth is tingling, but it's also still cold.
Spicy cumin hand-ripped noodles.
Chewy, thick noodles, spicy. The lamb has such like a different flavor that's so amazing. Aside from the noodles and the lamb, there's jalapenos, cabbage, celery, green onions, red onions, fennel seeds, all kinds of amazing spices, Szechuan peppercorn.
I would say if you've never had this, you absolutely have to have hand-pulled noodles. Phenomenal, and they're totally unique.
The time has come. Early tomorrow we leave for Tokyo, and we cannot wait to share our first time to Japan with you. Be sure to subscribe. There is so much food you don't want to miss. See you there.
Yo, Jose, I think my wife is gonna leave me for your sandwiches.
Love you, Jose.